And a pleasant good evening as we welcome you inside the nest here at Cranston High School West, and it's another edition of Rhode Island High School Girls Soccer as the Cranston West Falcons take on the East Greenwich Avengers. Matt Ellis on the broadcast with you. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be back here tomorrow night for Cranston West football as they take on the St. Ray's Saints. So you can obviously tune in and be able to see that right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Logan Reed, Tim Yeen will have the call. But to first things first, the proceedings at hand involving tonight's girls soccer matchup. Cranston West in the all-red kits. East Greenwich in the all-white. And it will be Oceana Orlandi, as usual, in net for the Cranston West Falcons. Elizabeth Johnson on the opposite side for East Greenwich. They'll line up with Karina Rakud, Tegan Bristol, Paige Flynn, Ella Kaufman, Ava Dufresne, along with Raina El Bizri, Izzy Tadaro, Julia Moore, Maya Nula, and Lauren Lanfredi. For the Falcons, it'll be Stalia Biasi, Ava Thurber, Jordan Casas, and I Chase Sarah Pimentel, along with Jessica Gutierrez Ramirez, Taya Marcis, Harper Cohn, Caitlin Blanchette, and Gabriella Di Filippo to start. As the Falcons get the final pieces of the puzzle talked over defensively. 40 minutes on the clock. And East Greenwich with the tap. Whistle from the referees, and we're underway here on a beautiful Thursday evening, 68 degrees at tap time. And clouds just wisping through the blue sky as we set here in the Ocean State. Stalia Biasi right away for the Falcons. Trying to work that one forward and sent all the way back and out of play. Will be a throw-in deep for Cranston West. For the 20 of Harper Cohn. Cohn tried to get that one across, looking there for Pimentel, a little bit out of her reach. E.G. ball. Blocked down. I believe that may have been Pimentel trying to turn one in. It was. Another throw in for the Falcons early on here. We get headed out again by E.G. Another Falcons throw, and they're just picking up yardage bit by bit, Pimentel. Comes back for Cohn. Good block by Thurber. Middle for Gutierrez Ramirez. And offside, East Greenwich. Costa sends that one all the way through. Biasi after she got the reception from Sanaya Chase. Di Filippo. The yellow band on her sock as a captain, one of four captains on this Cranston West side. Di Filippo along with Taya Marcis, Sarah Pimentel, Oceana Orlandi. Orlandi, the only under. Sorry, check that. Pimentel is also a junior as well, too. So Pimentel and Orlandi, both juniors, the two underclassmen of the captain's side for the aforementioned Pimentel. Cone. Harper Cone with a strike. Biasi redirect off of her knee. They call offside. Shy of approaching 4 minutes gone by here in this first half, and Cranston West looking to establish that 5 minutes in mark that coaches like to work on. And so far, they have dominated the first 5 of this match. Ultimately, you want to dominate the full 80 in high school. That will hopefully produce you with a win. Whistle out of bounds. Off Pimentel. E.G. ball. Oh, and they called an infraction actually instead. So a free kick for E.G. 18 of Julia Moore, plenty of business in the left back position. That was DiFilippo. Cross for Costa. Tried to get that one forward to Pimentel. Came through and off of the 11 of Dufresne. Out of play will create another Falcons throw-in. Sending, looking for Chase. Pimentel along the touchline. Tried to get a little help there from Gutierrez Ramirez. Out of play. AG ball for the 6 of Tegan Bristol. In the middle, Harper Cone picks that one up for Thurber. Chase. Looking for Biasi on the outside corner. In a foot race was Biasi with Maya Nula. And Nula first to the ball. Deep throw. She'll leave it for DiFilippo. DiFilippo a chance to send this one into the box. She will. Trying to turn off of it was Chase. And they'll say off of Chase, and out of play will create a 6. 6 gone by here in this first half. Costa. Beaten for a moment by Dufresne. Saved by Orlandi. Sprawls out to catch that one. Good boot all the way back to midfield and then some. Dufresne, after this shot attempt on Orlandi, gave her the opportunity and space to clear one out for the Falcons. Here's a pickup by Kaufman. Kaufman coming inside. Sends one and another save by Orlandi, diving out. As Kaufman sent one in from the corner of the 18. 2 shots from the corner of the 18 for EG. 2 saves by Orlandi. 2 good punts as well as that one goes for Chase. Little shield from Biasi. Gutierrez Ramirez along with Cone and Pimentel. As Pimentel chases that one, Recrude out of play, and they call Falcons ball. Throw in to come. Caitlin Blanchette will step up. Blanchette to Pimentel. Looking inside for Chase. Came back for Cone. Back out for Pimentel. Out of play. off of the 14 of El Bizri, and so a Falcons throw. Taya Marcis. Marcis again. Sends a high pop fly! Hit off of the goaltender's hands and off the crossbar. Almost went in from Taya Marcis. Brought down by Tadaro. Tadaro over top of Dufresne. Allows for the Falcons defense to collect it. Thurber is going to chase this one back. Thurber got a little shield from Costa, able to turn, at least gets it out of bounds. Off in the corner of the west bench. Marcis. Bottled up in the middle, now for Thurber. Cross for DiPilippo. And out of play. Orlandi again, another diving save as quickly EG back the other direction. And 3 huge saves from Orlandi has kept the Falcons in here in the first half. Out of play off of Nula. And first substitution of the game, they'll shuffle the 24 Blanchette out to the wing. DiPilippo will exit. Throw for Biasi. I'll say off Biasi. Entry to the game was the 15 of Sadie Butler, as she now fills that right wing position on the backside. Thurber off her head. And then off Thurber again. The 10 of Ella Kaufman chasing the ball. And 2 more Falcons players up at center. We'll see more substitutions on the next Falcons possession. Kaufman inside, controlled by Albezri. Turned by Flynn, came back all the way out for the 6 of Bristol. Pimentel looking for Chase. If Chase could overlap Lanfredi, she could not. It'll be kicked out by Lanfredi and a Falcons throw in. Two more substitutions. One is Sanaya Chase. Adelina Menendez enters the game. Biasi. Kaufman. Back for Lanfredi. Marcis for Cone. Pimentel shielded that one. Cone takes that one into the outside wing. They tried to move down the far side alleyway. Menendez got bottled up. Push from behind against Gutierrez Ramirez. No call from the officials. Ball came off her. Biasi comes back and steals it. Marcis. Gutierrez Ramirez. Looking forward for Menendez. Outside angle, just wide. Great opportunity from about 12 out on the far side from Sarah Pimentel, and it's a 6 for EG, their second of the match. They're going to go progressive out of the backfield. Tadaro. Dufresne. Looking back for Tadaro again, cleared away by Costa all the way outside of the EG bench. And a throw-in will come for the Avengers. Out of play to the side of the West bench, and they throw in right at midfield for the Falcons. Cone. Marcis. DiPilippo. Will pull the arm against Menendez. No call from the officials. Biasi continues on here. Good switch play. She goes for Cone. Cone sends a long one just wide. Still that progressive play out of the backfield from EG. And out of bounds. Another throw-in for the Falcons. Shots from distance have been the Falcons so far. Shots from distance has been EG so far. 3 saves from Oceana Orlandi. 1 save from the EG keeper, Elizabeth Johnson, and a couple of shots wide from the Falcons. Thurber had that one roll up on her, bounces around a little bit, can be controlled. Not by the Avengers, as I thought that one was going to go to the town of Kaufman, instead intercepted there by DiPilippo. Pimentel down the line looking for Menendez. Menendez bottles up an AG player, gets it off of her. Falcons ball. Gutierrez Ramirez. Turn inside, slots one just wide. And 2 opportunities on that play from Gutierrez Ramirez. And DiFilippo sent one right into the face of Ella Kaufman. Unintended, and she walked over to her right away. A little chat between the two. Biasi. Had Menendez through if she could have gotten it. Biasi fights that one on the outside against Riekerd. And out of play, they're going to call West ball and more substitutions. Biasi and Pimentel out. Brings the 21 of Maya Gallant in. And it's Brooklyn Carrero on the opposite side. For the 11 of Dufresne. Recruit will be chased by Blanchette for the Falcons out of play. E.g. throw as we are 2 minutes shy of halfway in this first half. Trying to look over top for Gallant. That was through. Gallant actually split the wickets there. And it allowed the ball out, and they're going to switch out the 14 of Gutierrez Ramirez. And it's the 7 of Zoe Smith in play for the Falcons now, as DiFilippo will throw here from the outside. Thurber chases that one against Dufresne. Off of her for the EG ball. That one will stay. EG as Marcis got in the way of it. High kick from Dufresne. Orlandi calls for it. Will take it herself. Sends a roll. Carrero. And Ricard tried to send one. Carrero got in the way of it. Off of EG, Falcons ball. As we've crossed the halfway point in this first half. And finally, too much pushing and shoving going on for the referees' liking. Long ball sent for Menendez. Off EG and a substitution. Takes out Blanchette. Cone. Looking for Gallant. So 33 of Jillian Langley entered in as a midfield substitution for the Falcons. Menendez tried to turn that one for Carrero. Could not. Down the touchline. Sent back in. Looking for a shot from behind. Got pushed. Was Zoe Smith. And no call from the officials as she was right at the 18 trying to turn. Langley spins off of her for Tadaro. Tadaro, and that one will just get shielded to Orlandi. A little pink tinge to the clouds as the sun sets behind us. We've crossed sunset hour. A late September matchup as we start to approach closer and closer to mid-season. And the Falcons certainly looking to establish themselves for a potential playoff position once again. Smith rolled off of her, turned by Menendez. Good out ball to the touchline. Carriera against Rickard. Out. No, kept in right at center by AG. So he's Smith. Evading one. Smith turned that one and right on to the fingertips of Johnson as Gallant. And Menendez right there. Costa. Bristol. Out of play. Throw in for the Avengers. And a push, this time called by the officials as a West player went down, gave advantage to the Avengers. They'll call that one back, and it'll be Falcons ball. Carriero. Stepped right in the way of her. Rickard boxes out Carriero. Back for EG's defense. Kicked out of play once again. Another Falcons throw, this time from midfield. Try to get that one over top. Looking for Menendez in the middle. Came back for Cone. Intercepted. Pushed to the outside. DiPolippo steps up in front of that one. Took it away from Elizabeth Lowe. Quarter hour gone by. And still 0-0 here at the Nest as two EG players collide with each other. And so too Taya Marcis and Amaya Gallant. We'll whistle that one. And an EG ball. Low. Try to come inside, looking for Kaufman. Cone for Smith. On the outside for Carriero. Good ball from Carriero. Still controlled by the Falcons. Menendez on the far side. Got that one back for Cone. Back for Menendez looking inside. Carriero on the outside. Alina Menendez sent that one across. And will be kept just barely at the touchline. What a save at the touchline from Amaya Gallant. And forces the throw in. DiFilippo comes back to her. We'll try to push that one back in. Avengers looking to move the ball outside. That one curled just along the line. And finally just kicked away by Emma Thurber to create a defensive set opportunity for the Falcons. They would have been caught out of position. Substitutions for East Greenwich with 12:40 left to go here in the first half. There's an EG player down on the field. And we'll pause this game. 12:22 remaining. Back after the injury timeout. And back underway on an East Greenwich throw-in. And out of play. We'll give the Falcons their first 6 of the match. The lady in very bright neon yellow, Oceana Orlandi, junior keeper. I keep thinking she's younger than she is. Class-wise, junior keeper, captain, played for RI Rogues this summer in the WPSL. Also has spent time with Rhode Island Surf. That one came right across, back turn. And wanting it back desperately was Stalia Biasi. Right off of Langley's head. Pimentel tries to settle and turn. Was looking for a slot for Zoe Smith. Out of play and another Falcons throw. Tried to be cleared through midfield. Langley right in the way of that one. Blocks it down for the Falcons. Out of play in front of the EG bench. And EG ball. 10 and change left to go here in the first. Still 0-0. Mary Murphy. Langley. Second attempt pushes that one all the way back to midfield. And out of play. Biasi. Had Menendez with her. DiFilippo. Heel flick from Kaufman. Was looking for Paige Flynn. I checked that. Was he actually the 3 of Mary Murphy? As Flynn sends that one up. Was Paige Flynn, but not before Mary Murphy had a touch first. Whistle and a stoppage of play as EG will get more substitutions here. To the aforementioned Paige Flynn. Mary Murphy on the throw-in, back for Flynn. Kate Monahan. Looking for a turn was Kaufman. Kicked away from Cone. Can she keep it at the line? She could not. Good attempt from Biasi. Was off an EG player, so DiFilippo will get the throw here for West. Murphy. Costa. Cleared back for West and then sent immediately all the way back from whence it came. The 18 of Julia Moore on this end for EG, trying to carry this one through mid. For Biasi, can she go on the outside alleyway? Menendez will get bottled out by Lampredi. Murphy, Dufresne. Harper Cone stepped up in the way of that one. Gutierrez Ramirez. And once again, back for the 25 of DiFilippo, but they're going to call a push on the Falcons. We'll get an EG free kick. Kicked away. Down the center of the pitch for Flynn. Biasi. Menendez. Menendez makes a turn, long strike, skips one right past the net, and a 6 for the Avengers. And Langley will exit the game on substitution. Caitlin Blanchette comes back in. Murphy, Flynn, Biasi for the Falcons. Looking cross for Pimentel. Cone. Cone with a strike looking inside for Menendez. Got pushed out by the EG defense. Murphy. Flynn. Cone. Turns this one again for the Falcons. Blanchette on the opposite side. A stutter step move from Blanchette. Moves this one in for Pimentel. Pimentel turns. Marcis, a knuckleball right in to Johnson's mitts. Estimated 5 left to go here in the first half. As Harper Cone for the Falcons turns that one on the outside for Sarah Pimentel. Cone. Pimentel. Through the middle of the pitch went the 11 of Dufresne. And out of play. And a miscommunication between Murphy and Kaufman. Ball pops over top and a 6 for the Falcons as Orlandi will line this one up. DiFilippo. Right down the line for Biasi. Kicked out of play. Falcons throw. Errant attempt from Kate Monahan. DiFilippo down the line again for Biasi. That one off Murphy. Sent all the way back. Can be shepherded for Orlandi. Kaufman tried to pinch in really quick. Long kick. Pimentel. She got it from Cone. Out off of EG and another Falcons throw. Cone. In the alleyway. They're going to turn back. Need some help in the center of the pitch. Doesn't have it. They'll go full switch to DiFilippo. Biasi. Turned that one across, looked for a deflection play, and went off of the 16 of Sophia Morano. And Cone had it scoot past her. Touchline far side Falcons ball, 2.5. Pimentel. Throw in for the Falcons. Blanchette in front of the EG bench. Pimentel again. Tried to push that one through. Comes back into the middle. Cleared. Or attempted to be cleared by Thurber. And off of a couple of EG players. Murphy for a throw-in. Throw in for the Falcons. Blanchette. A play, and that's actually it from the referees. They're going to call it. So they did not actually play the stoppage of clock, and we have reached the halftime break. Halftime, 0-0. You're watching Rhode Island High School Girls Soccer on Fans Only Sports Network. welcome you back to Cranston High School West. Well, soccer action as the Cranston West Falcons take on the East Greenwich Avengers. Zips the scoreline at the half. A couple of really good opportunities from the Falcons in that first half. EG, four good opportunities, four great saves from Oceana Orlandi for the Falcons, as we'll put 40 minutes back on the board and see if the Falcons in the all-red kits can be able to get something done against this East Greenwich Avengers side. Avengers taking every second they possibly can of the halftime break. Falcons have been on the field for about 2 minutes, just in a huddle, just off the edge of the circle, and the horn's going to sound and EG's out of time to try to discuss things over. The referees are out and ready. Second half about to get underway. Can the Falcons find one pass that will put them on top? Stalia Biasi, a couple of really good shots tonight. Tonight, Chase Serapimental opportunities. Taya Marcis even had one from far out. And Falcons will start the second half, the aforementioned Sanaya Chase. Looking for Stalia Biasi in the corner. Fast start for the Falcons. Filippo. Bouncer inside. Chase chased that one and picked up by Johnson. High into the Cranston sky. The darkened sky now of it being past the 7 o'clock hour. From the 4 of Karina Riekerd. Out of play. And EG ball. Riekerd. Marcis trying to go for it and getting hard. Hit from behind was chased by the 18 of Julia Moore, and a free kick for the Falcons. Filippo had that one spin off of an AG defender and then kicked aside by Paige Flynn. Turn from Cone. Harper Cone to the outside. Cone spin that one into Pimento off of Chase. And Johnson was right there, but that was the sequence the Falcons needed. 6 inches to the left, and that one's a goal. That will be called a trip. As Blanchette takes down the 17 of Tadaro. Pimentel tried to get that one from Bristol. skips out of play, e.g. throw. Good defensive play on the back line. And Costa, alongside the 24 Blanchette, patrolling the right side of the defensive back four. Orlandi in a progressive play out of the backfield. Looking forward there for Gutierrez Ramirez. Careful there, and a good thought by Thurber. Stepped in front of it and kicks it out of play. Another deep throw for the Avengers. Blanchette. Mostly out of danger as that one popped free for Biasi on the outside line. Stalia Biasi with speed down the touchline. Picked up and carried along here by DiPilippo inside. Will be shepherded and picked up by Johnson. Murphy. Marcis. Cone. One touch from Pimentel back for Cone. Pimentel. Cone again. Tried to step over top of that one. Maybe went a little too far over top. Tadaro. Flynn. Far side touch line. No one there. And now Tadaro tries to recollect for EG. She goes down. They'll call it. Trip called against Jordan Costa. Tadaro looked like she was losing her footing to begin with. Julia Moore. Long distance for Moore. Wide. Don't forget to follow Fans Only Sports Network on social media. Visit us at FOSPORTZ on all the social media platforms. And you can find us on the web, www.fansonlysportz.com. Your home for Cranston West Falcons sports events throughout the 23-24 season. Logan Reed, Tim Yeen tomorrow night here from the Nest. Cranston West Falcons, St. Ray's Saints in football action. Biasi tried to go down the line, collided with an EG player, ball out of play in front of the West bench, and a touchline throw in for the Falcons. Good ball in the alleyway, knocked away once again. Deep throw and attempt here for the Falcons. Biasi. DiFilippo. Good spin from DiFilippo. Knocked down right outside of the box. No call from the referees. Tonight, Chase trying to push one through. Pimentel and got that one to deflect off of Rickrud. Off of Rickrud again. And Keelan Blanchette eating yardage. Cone. Blanchette off of Bristol. We'll go off Bristol again. Blanchette goes deep. We're chasing the corner off of another EG player. And this is a box throw. And she'll get it inside. Turning from Chase. Corner, they're going to call the deflection. Good hit from Sanaya Chase. Got the deflection on the corner. And it'll be Jordan Costa from the mini arc. Costa out to the top of the 18. Turned back for Costa on the corner of the box. Popped off of her. But instead will pop out. And a EG throw is it deflected off Costa on its way out. Tegan Bristol had the kick. Costa's going to send this one back. Off of Biasi. Pimentel. Multiple EG players colliding with each other in the middle as the ball comes all the way back. Thurber is going to have to chase this one back hard for the Falcons and a good turn. And Thurber and a backtracked Costa working in that left side back area. They're going to replace Chase and Pimentel. It's the 15 of Sadie Butler. So I checked that. It's the 16 of Emily Stahl. Just one scratch on the roster tonight is defender senior number 12 Alexa Hogan, unavailable for the Falcons. So we will not see her on the pitch anytime in the next 28 minutes. Menendez. Cone. Stahl, a little past her, picked up by Johnson. Costa, Cone. Menendez, looking forward for Stahl. Costa again, sorry, Cone. She looked that one off. Gutierrez Ramirez, hard strike at the top of the box. And a save by Johnson as Harper Cone. Another good opportunity. And a little shake from her. She wants that one back. Cone. Marcis. Well, push in the back there on Stahl. No call from the officials. Cone. Shake and bake as she goes down the touchline. Gets that one all the way across. Biasi's going to chase on the opposite side. Battle instead won. I believe that's the 10 of Ava Kaufman. Alec Kaufman down the line. Take it away. But it will be a throw-in, and that's Alec Kaufman in the 10. Pushed out once again, and another EG throw. No offside call from the officials. Arm stays down as Tadaro tries to turn. 3G sent all the way back out for Rickard. Orlandi sends it. Bounced around the midfield, turned by Dufresne. Thurber. Marcis now. Marcis bottled up, and they'll call the obstruction on Teo Marcis. Long kick. Cleared back. Gutierrez Ramirez. And that one spun off, went all the way back. Orlandi makes the save. Had a lot of people in the stadium pulled, including us. Ball spinning around some more there as Ava Dufresne tries to settle that one, sends it across. Martinez Izzy Tadaro. Karina Rickard for the throw-in. Tadaro. Taken away by the Falcons. Trying to dance through the midfield was Gutierrez Ramirez. Cone at the touchline. Can't keep it in. Thurber outside for DiPilippo. Take it away. Kaufman. Orlandi came out to punch one away as she got her vision blocked by Tadaro, and Tadaro colliding with Costa, and I believe they've called a corner on EG, and they have. Headed away from the West defense. Kaufman tries to send that one back in, then to does Flynn, and offside EG. Falcon ball. Cone. Calling for it on the outside was Stahl and a little bit past her. Game's starting to open up a little bit for both sides here. Turned by Tadaro. Rickard. Cone. Looking for Biasi on the outside. Comes all the way back instead for Tadaro. Tadaro in a little bit of a pickle. She's got 3 red jerseys around her. Cone takes that one away. Play and offside actually prior to the ball going out of the touchline. We'll give Falcons the free kick. For Biasi. Off of EG as she was looking for Gutierrez Ramirez, and a line change for the Falcons. Only 4 substitutions made. Cone. Comes back for her again after a little pushing and shoving right at the top of the 18. And smartly kicked away. Tadaro trying to once again to turn for EG. Cone looks up the middle for Menendez. Menendez turns through. Will work the outside alleyway with Zoe Smith. Continues through, and they'll call it EG ball. Off of the 16 of Emily Stahl. Smith. Dufresne. Long ball all the way across, looking for Murphy on the opposite side. And sent over the fence line. And Gabriela DiFilippo wanted to be sure that ball was out of play. Kicked outside once again, Thurber. Falcons defense trying to push this one outside. Wide of the net. Past the 20-minute mark. 1 hour gone by. And still 0-0. Orlandi will scoop that one up. Long. Into the middle of the pitch. Looking for Teomarsis or Harper Cone. Got a little bit of help from the 5 of Ava Sears. And an offside called on EG. First time tonight we've mentioned Ava Sears' name, number 5 in red, the junior midfielder. Getting some time here in the second half. Head coach Jeremy Scherer looking to push any button he can, see if the Pelicans can get one. Might be the decisive goal in tonight's game. That one scoots a little past the 18 of Menenses, and we'll get more substitutions. Out Emily Stahl. In Sarah Pimentel. There was another substitution made on that play. We'll see if we can pick it up. Smith. Cone. Strike from Cone. There was Brooklyn Carriero for Stalia Biasi. E.G. throw. DiPilippo hits that one out of play. Not over the fence line this time. Tadaro. Murphy. Right in the center for a couple of different red jerseys to be standing there, cleared away. Thurber right there in the mix of it. Sadie Butler taking a tumble to the turf. For that time, it is Sadie Butler. So Thurber, Costa, Butler across the back line along with Harper Cone. Marcis Pimentel, Smith, along with DiFilippo in the midfield. They play with Brooklyn Carriero and Adelina Menenses up front. Middle of the pitch, Pimentel's going to get this one. Good overlap from Cone. Smith, Cone along the touchline. Curls back in a little bit, trying to get it off. So, no way! On the shoulder, literally attached to the side of the EG player. And that is a call that will get shouted at by West fans for the rest of this week. Adelina Menenses was literally attached to the EG defender, spun off as the ball came across. Ball ended up into the net anyway, but the offside whistle may possibly have been Elizabeth Johnson just let up once the whistle was blown, but that is an offsides call that will get groaned about for weeks. No VAR in high school soccer, unfortunately. Would love to see that one on a VAR review with the line imposed. Kicked out of play. And will be an EG6. DiFilippo. 10 and change left to go here in regulation. Marcis. Menenses. Spun back off of her. They try to go outside. Chasing this one on the overlap is going to be Butler. Butler got pushed from behind and somehow was able to get that one to flick off of the 12 of Skylar Flynn. Long ball from Moore. Menenses. Marcis goes down, no call. Pimentel stretches out to contain that one. Went to go flick on the outside for Butler, a little bit past her. Pimentel gets the boot through. Bounces off of Menenses, came back into the middle. Costa, Cone, rolls off of Cone's back. Pimentel trying to make a step. Menenses, chase. DiFilippo. And this one will be chased by Sadie Butler. Stayed in, and then they called the push. Can't obstruct the player from a wall when she's trying to make a turn, and guilty of that one is East Greenwich. Falcons ball. Kicked out of play. Throwing for Butler. 8 left to go. Good turn from Pimentel. Kept it on the line and just a little long. 6 for EG and a substitution. Cone. Menenses. Carriero. Wide. EG ball. Two good defensive sides. 6:40 left to go, or thereabouts. We'll get the official whistle from the referees on the field. Flurry of activity, nothing in the net. right along the baseline, and they'll call it EG ball. Out of play. Another West throw as DiFilippo lines this one up at midfield. Could not get that one down the line. Pushed out by EG, and another DiFilippo throw right in front of the West bench. Looking for Sinai chase inside. Does not connect. High up into the air. And forward from Thurber. Pimentel chases back Costa. Biasi. Cone. And this will get shepherded back for Orlandi. Big boot coming up from Oceana Orlandi. She sends that one all the way up through midfield. Ava Dufresne trying to push one back for West. Costa will send it back for Orlandi, who will send it all the way back to midfield again. Out of play in a 6. Three and a half separates us from a draw. Sadie Butler for the Falcons needs to make a defensive play. She does. And then Jordan Costa takes one off the face. She's a women's soccer player. She'll carry on. Oh! Unnatural arm position there from the 18 of Julia Moore. Ball looked like it deflected right off of her arm. No call from the officials. Again. Is it time for VAR in high school soccer? DiFilippo takes that one out of play. As we approach towards the 2-minute mark remaining here in the second half, and the control of this game in the hands of the referees. Biasi. Chase scoots a little past her. Dufresne tried to push that one against Costa. Costa, another little shake and bake on the touchline. Costa kept that one in. Good cross ball from Costa. Looking for Biasi. Bumps into an EG player. And the ball comes all the way back into the mid. And they're going to whistle. I think they're going to have a conversation regarding that play. And they're going to call a stoppage of the clock. 1:33. And they're going to give the free kick to EG. Pimentel. Murphy for record. Check, that was the 6 of Bristol. That one deflected off of the side of Dufresne. Pimentel battles against record. Roughly a minute left to go here in regulation. Cone, Thurber. And kicked through by Albezri. Far side and out of play. To be the 17 of Izzy Tadaro, about 38 seconds left. And that one will go off the edge of Flynn outside. And Falcons have to move quick. There's the whistle as the Falcons will have to settle for a draw against the East Greenwich Avengers. And that'll do it for us here on Panzoli Sports Network. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night. Cranston West football in action against the St. Ray's Saints for all of us here at FOSN. I'm Matt Gillis. Have a great evening.